Hey guys, it's Eric here. Just want to do a real quick video for you. I want to talk about the importance of setting up a portfolio website, how you can do yours in roughly 2 hours or less. If you don't know what a portfolio website is, it's really simple. Basically, when you work as a developer, you want to take your work and you want to present it to potential clients, employers, or really anybody that would give you money. You could even be friends or relatives just for little projects and things like that. A portfolio website is really important to have. And I recently just put mine together. So we're going to use mine as an example in this video to kind of show you guys how to lay things out and what type of content to add, and just some little do's and don'ts. But basically, you're going to want to have about 4 components to a good portfolio website. You want sort of an about you page, which just gives everyone your mission statement. So you could say something like, I'm a designer, or I'm a developer, or a UI developer, or a .NET developer, whatever area you tend to specialize in, front end, back end, that sort of thing. Then you want to have your portfolio, which includes all or most of your recent works or most relevant works that you've done that you've gotten paid for, or even things you've done just volunteering or competitions or things like that. Um, and then the third thing you want is your resume. What this is this is more like years of experience. So I went to such and such university these years. I worked here for these years. I have these certifications and so forth. These are really important to have too, because what these do is it gives you kind of a good timeline. And that's what a lot of employers look for. But of course, if you're not looking to be employed, it still gives people the impression of, like, look, I have experience. I'm not just coming at this from a perspective of nothing. A portfolio looks great, but people also want to see that you have some stability. So they want to see that you're willing to invest a couple years into a project, a client, an employer, or a business that you started. It's really important, and people need to, if you plan on either getting a job or getting clients as a developer, I highly recommend building out your portfolio page, because it's going to help you move up, and it's going to help you get more business, and it's going to help you get a job that you really want, as opposed to just getting whatever places are hiring. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and go through my portfolio page real quick. I'm going to share with you where I got the theme, how I put it together, and how I laid out all the content in those 4 elements we just described. So let's get going. All right, guys, here we are. This is the portfolio theme that I put together. Well, I didn't put it together. I got the theme and I put the content on there, which I highly recommend you do. Unless of course you're a designer and you want to make something from scratch that you can say is your own, that has your own unique style. Me, I'm more of a make things work guy. I'm not really a design guy. So I love when I get good designs from people that I can kind of take off of and be able to, leverage that to kind of improve my own productivity. But this is my page here. You can see ericleeconklin.com. So that's a pretty sweet domain name, I think. It's kind of cool that was available. This portfolio theme I got was called Levin, and I got it from Theme Forest, which we're going to look through right now. If you want to build something in your own preferred language, your own preferred framework, you can always download an HTML theme and then slice that up and put it into whatever framework you like. So I could have, just as easily downloaded an HTML and just thrown my own stuff in there. Really, none of this is meant to be interactive. It's just meant to be it's just meant to be like for salesmanship purposes. Like, hey, this is who I am. This is what I do. Would love to work with you sometime. So let's go ahead and take a look. This is the theme that we put together, and we can see I have the 4 pages here that I described, which I kind of think I whittled it down, because if you're dealing with recruiters or even clients, they want to just see what you can do, and they want you to just sell them. Like, that's really what people want, and they want like a really clear call to action. Like, hey, get a request for proposal, or download our white book, or whatever the action is. In this case, it's download CV. I linked this to my actual CV, which is like the visual CV resume that has all the positions that I had over the years. And then we go down here and we can see all the various different things I specialize in. These are like font awesome icons, which look absolutely amazing. So obviously full stack development. I know a little bit of Kentco, C#, cloud computing. I'm an Azure shop at my current position. Done a little bit of marketing and a little bit of front end development as well. Although primarily I do like full stack and back end, more functional stuff. And then I linked the portfolio here, which has a lot of really interesting projects that I've done over the years. This is just basically just its mission statement, like who am I? And I really like this picture of me and my son too. I think we look great there. That's us at the air show. It really blends nicely with this blue in the background. It contrasts nicely with the white here. I think it's so definitely pick a good picture. Pick a picture where you're smiling, pick a picture where you look natural and good, and when you're having a good time, but also professional-ish, but even then it's you don't have to look that professional. But anyways, come on over here to the resume page, and you guys are really gonna like this. This is a very cool theme, by the way. I love this theme. So resume, like I was saying, what a resume is this just represents like a timeline. So over the course of the last 10 years, 5 years, whatever, what have you been doing? That's what you want to answer with your resume. Your resume should say, I was here for 3 years, and then I was here for 5 years. I ran this business for a couple years. I ran that business for a couple years, whatever the case may be. Your resume just kind of speaks to who you are. Here I have education, which, it looks like I left some lorem ipsum here, didn't I? Wow. I'm going to have to fix that after the video. Good thing I'm looking at this again. God dang. Oh boy, that's embarrassing. But that happens. Sometimes you leave a little detail off here. That's why it's good to check things. But obviously 2017 to current, Western Reserve Care Solutions, which is the company I work for now. I also work for National General. Work for a company called Hedges & Company, and I also worked for a company called Maryland Web Builders back in 2011. So just a timeline here, education and experience, and a nice little timeline of what you've been up to. Then I really like this section. This is where you have certificates. So I have a certificate here from Cleveland Codes from back in 2017, which was the coding bootcamp I did here in the Cleveland area. It's kind of similar to like Tech Elevator, We Can Code It, Software Developers Guild. There's like a bunch of them. Hack Reactor. It's kind of similar to that, but I had a grant to do it, so it was kind of nice because the state gave me a grant. And then when you click this, it brings up a little image. See that? Where you can actually see the one itself. Now I could not find my MTA certification, so I just uploaded a generic image there. But I did get an MTA back in 2017. I don't have the certificate. And then of course the AZ304. Which is right here, from Microsoft, Udacity Machine Learning Engineer. See, I think this is really cool. And Simply Learn Deep Learning with Keras and TensorFlow, which was something I did a couple of years ago for Simply Learn. The certificates are great. Every resume basically needs 3 things: education, experience, and certifications. As well as what you did while you're on the job. If you can speak to like what technologies you've worked with, that's incredible. Obviously, employers want that. And then, of course, these are all the skills. I like these little things. See, C#, 100%. I could write C# about as well as I could write English at this point. And then, of course, other ones like Pandas and Keras, .NET Core, JavaScript, have good amount of experience in JavaScript, a little bit of experience in React, good amount of experience in SQL Server. You want to add some stuff in here that kind of speaks to, just how what things you tend to have the most knowledge of, what things you tend to spend the most amount of time in your career. This is how I like to set up a resume page. We could even just download this, and if we could export it to like a PDF or something, This would just look great overall as a resume. Obviously, getting rid of this lorem ipsum that I left here, and we're gonna fix it as soon as this video is over, obviously. But yeah, this is kind of what a resume page should look like. Now, moving on to the portfolio page. The portfolio page is just like a display of all the different projects and things you've worked on. It can be stuff for employers. It can be stuff for clients. My stuff is just for employers because I've been employed full time for the last 4 or 5 years now. So my stuff is really just for employers, which is fine. If you work with clients or if you work your own business, I think that's great. But for me, it's just been employers. So you see a lot of the stuff I've done is Hospice of the Western Reserve, stuff with volunteers, our hospicestory.org website, which we completely redid. You know, a bunch of different stuff. And this is supposed to be kind of like an interactive view. And these are asynchronous requests. So if I click on here, I get this nice cool little overlay, which I love this theme. This theme is really cool. And of course the image isn't loading now for whatever reason. So I should probably check and see what's going on there. Why don't we go inspect? Let's inspect these. Inspect. Let me see. I probably just need to re-upload the links. I'm looking over here at this, trying to catch this and see if I can figure out where the image is. See if we set the image incorrectly. But I cannot find it. So we'll have to take another look at that later. Hopefully these other ones are working now. Yeah, this one looks like it's working. But see, this is kind of nice, interactive little display here that gives us a really good view of stuff that you've been working on, just in a really nice way. This is kind of what you want for your portfolio website. Just simple, to the point. This is what I do, and I really like this theme. Again, this theme is called Levin. I'm going to post a link in the description so you guys can check it out. As well as the link to ThemeForest. Really, it only takes like 2-3 hours to set something like this up, guys. And you're kind of crazy if you don't have it. If you're looking for clients or if you're looking for an employer, you need this. You need something that speaks to your skills. And you know, I even have something here, which is the Erie hack, where I competed in 2017. I did a little project where we had a little text message service that we built for water alerts. So I made a cool little thing there. I didn't make it to the finalists or anything, or even the semifinalists, but I was a competitor, so something to put on a resume, something to throw up on a GitHub. Oh, and of course, you can filter these. Look at how cool this is. So I can go, what did I do in Entity Framework? Oh, look at all this stuff. Of course, SharePoint Forms and API should probably not. Well, actually, I think that was an Entity Framework. I'm trying to remember. I've done a lot of stuff over the years. And then Kentico, you can see the website here in Kentico. Machine learning, we had a little bit of machine learning stuff in the volunteer timesheets portal. And then React, a little bit of React stuff on the website and the staff portal. So, you know, a little bit of everything going on there. Nice little filters. And then finally, the contact page. Real basic, real basic. Now, if you're looking to get clients, you want to take this contact page and turn it into something like request for proposal, or if you use what do you call it? Like customer relationship management tools, like what's the name of the one? Lead Pages or ClickFunnels or one of those. This should be completely powered by that. So this should be a form that goes into their API, their system, and just says, hey, you know, gets the person to buy whatever you're selling. And that could be an allotment of hours. That could be a monthly client program. That could be a whole bunch of different things. But the general the general gist is people just need a way to interact with you. They need some kind of call to action. Of course, I'm not really looking for clients right now. I'm just kind of building up my YouTube channel and getting my stuff together and seeing kind of what direction I want to go as far as clients or as far as maybe seeking out a different employer or just getting clients on the side. I haven't really decided what direction I want to go. But as you are progressing as a developer, as you learn more skills, as you do more things, it is absolutely crucial that you have a website like this. I don't want to say most, but a lot of the most talented developers I've met over the years have this website, even if they are gainfully employed, even if they like the company that they're working at. Because guess what? At some point, you might not like working there, or you might get an opportunity that's just better. You might be there for 5 years and think it's the greatest thing that's ever happened to you, and then one day something even better comes along. Or it might be a great company to work for, and then one day they just start treating you like crap and taking advantage of you. And they just they stop respecting the hard work that you do, and they start treating you, well, I don't know all that, but the point is it's good to have a website like this. It's good to have something like this because what it does is it says, hey, this is a representation of me. This is what I am. This is what I do. Let's work together. I highly recommend you guys get a site like this. Again, let's go over here to ThemeForest and check this out. ThemeForest.net/search/portfolio, and you can filter by site templates. You can filter by WordPress. Let's just look at the WordPress real quick because WordPress is really easy to set up. You can set up WordPress in like 2 seconds, and then you can add whatever custom crap you want on top of it. Here we go. This one's $75. Let's go ahead and preview it. Gracie. Something like this would be great. Just make sure you get a good picture. Make sure you get a good picture of yourself. Make sure you get good projects, interesting looking projects. You have a good mission statement, which is that about me that I was talking about. It needs to be like, this is what I do. This is how to get in touch with me, period. And then something like this. This is more for creatives. So if you're a designer or if you're like a videographer, so you see some of these aren't that necessarily that good for not necessarily that good for developers. Let's see if we can find one that's good for developers. This is like artists. It's all creatives. Yeah, see, this is what you do when you're at ThemeForest. It's just like, no. Okay, that one looks okay. That one looks good. No. I'm not a photographer. I'm not a damn photographer. Why do you keep treating me like I'm a photographer? Let's try this. Try this one. This one might be good for developers. Here we go. So just something like this, loads nicely. It has your work here, but again, this is more on the videography side. Let me see if I can find the. Here we go. Whoops. Yeah, see, this is good stuff right here. This is a good one. Look at this. Spirit. Portfolio and resume HTML template for developers, programmers, and freelancers. This looks pretty promising. Yeah, here we go. There we go, guys. You know what you can do with this? You can take this HTML template and you can chop it up into WordPress and you can make it your own. You can make it your own. You can add your own custom feed. Look at this. Ah, man, now I wish I'd have used this because this thing looks so damn sexy. This thing looks so good. Yeah. This is a good one. Yeah, so I think the key to search for, if you're a developer, if you are into building apps like I am, yeah, developer portfolio on Envato, or Envato Market and Theme Forest. That's where it's going to be, guys. You find a lot of great stuff in here, stuff that you can just. I'm willing to bet I probably found the one that I did in here, the 11. Let's see if we can find it real quick before I wrap this video up. So I'm starting to ramble now, and I know that. Let's see. I bet it's in here. No, is it not in here? No, it's not in here. Whatever. I found it probably somewhere down there. But these are all great. So, moral of the story, guys, get yourself a portfolio site, get yourself a resume site, and just sell yourself. You know, because you never know when your current position is not going to be so great, and when you might decide you want to, do something else. So, that's it. That's it. So, remember, about me, portfolio, resume, and contact or call to action. Those 4 elements. Get those on your site, front and center, and make sure it looks good and it has a great list of your skills. And you should do just fine. See you in the next video.